Welcome to English Gravity.
Hello everyone. Today's story. A Christmas Miracle. Listen carefully and repeat after me. It was Christmas Eve. The small town of Greenvale was covered in a thick blanket of snow. The streets were quiet, and most people were inside their warm homes, sipping hot cocoa and enjoying the festive decorations. However, in a small house at the end of Elm Street, young Sarah was sitting by the window, staring at the sky. Sarah was 8 years old and loved Christmas, but this year felt different. Her father, a soldier, was far away, serving in another country. She missed him terribly and had only one wish for Christmas. She wanted her father to come home. As the clock struck 8 p.m., her mother called from the kitchen, "Sarah, it's time to set the table for dinner." Sarah nodded, but her heart was heavy. She got up slowly and began arranging the plates. Suddenly, she heard a faint jingling sound outside. "Mom, did you hear that?" Sarah asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. Her mother smiled and said, "It's probably just the wind or the neighbor's dog." But Sarah wasn't convinced. She rushed back to the window and peered into the snowy night. For a moment, she thought she saw a shadow move near the fence. She rubbed her eyes and looked again, but it was gone. Just as she was about to turn away, there was a soft knock on the door. Sarah froze. "Who could it be?" she whispered. Her mother, looking puzzled, went to open the door. When the door creaked open, Sarah's heart skipped a beat. Standing there, covered in snow, was a man in a familiar uniform. It was her father. "Dad!" Sarah screamed with joy and ran into his arms. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she hugged him tightly. Her mother stood behind her, speechless, before joining them in a warm embrace. "But how? You said you couldn't come home this Christmas," Sarah asked, her voice trembling with happiness. Her father smiled and said, "I got special permission to surprise my favorite girl. I couldn't miss seeing you on Christmas." The family spent the evening laughing, sharing stories, and enjoying the delicious dinner Sarah's mother had prepared. But the surprises weren't over yet. After dinner, her father reached into his bag and pulled out a small box. "This is for you, Sarah," he said, handing it to her. Sarah opened the box carefully and found a shiny golden locket inside. When she opened the locket, she saw a picture of her family. On the other side, the words "Together Forever" were engraved. "It's beautiful, Dad." "Thank you," she said, hugging him again. Later that night, as Sarah lay in bed, she couldn't stop smiling. Her wish had come true, and it was the best Christmas ever. Outside, the snow continued to fall softly, and the little town of Greenvale slept peacefully, unaware of the small miracle that had happened on Elm Street.